Today I'm going to answer the question I get asked constantly. Can your online yoga business really make 10K months? Now I'm going to be completely honest with you about what it actually takes to hit 10K, because the truth is, yes, it's absolutely possible, but not in the way that most people think. Most teachers think that it requires teaching more classes or working harder, but the yoga teachers hitting those 10K months are actually doing 3 specific things that most yoga business owners completely miss. And in this training, I'm breaking down exactly what those 3 things are. So before we dive in, I want to ground this in reality. I've supported thousands of yoga teachers as they've moved from teaching classes to building online programs, memberships, and courses that create consistent income. And one of the biggest misconceptions I see is that hitting 10K months is about pushing harder or trying more strategies. It's not. What I've observed over and over is that income growth comes from alignment between your offers, your marketing systems, and your leadership identity. Now, if you've already have experience building something online, but your income feels inconsistent, then this is going to make a lot of sense. Let's start with the first piece. When people hear 10K months, they often imagine needing a huge audience or going viral. But when you look at the numbers, it's really quite simple. $10,000 could look like 20 students at $497, 10 students at $997, or 5 students at $1,997. And when you look at it like that, it becomes much more grounded. Where many online yoga business owners get stuck is trying to reach that number through one single type of offer, usually low ticket workshops or drop-in classes. So if your main offer is $47, you would need over 200 sales to reach 10K. That's a lot of pressure, a lot of promotion, and a lot of energy spent chasing volume instead of depth. The real magic happens when you stop thinking about one offer and start building a product suite. So this is where I teach something called the product Ascension strategy. A product suite is a collection of offers that stack together and guide your students through a journey. So your low ticket offers are those that introduce people to your world. They build trust, they help people experience your work, and they create an entry point. And right now, we're in a trust recession online. People need to feel connected to you before they invest at a higher level. From there, your mid-ticket offers provide deeper transformation, and your higher ticket programs support long-term change and community. When your offers are designed as a journey, your students stay in your world longer, they grow with you, and your income becomes the result of multiple aligned offers working together instead of one isolated product trying to carry everything. So yes, the maths, it works, but it works best when your offers stack together and create a clear pathway forward for your students. And that brings us to the second piece, your marketing system. Even the strongest product suite needs a marketing system that supports it. Posting on Instagram is not a marketing system. A marketing system guides people from discovering you to trusting you to knowing exactly which offer is right for them. And this becomes even more important when you have multiple offers in your product suite. Your messaging needs to be elevated and clear enough that someone can look at your work and immediately understand where they fit. They should be able to see themselves in your content and think, that's the course for me. What I often see is yoga teachers creating beautiful offers, but their messaging stays broad or unclear, so people don't really know which step to take next. Now, predictable marketing comes from structure, and that includes a combination of live launches and evergreen funnels working together. Live launches create that momentum and the focused energy that you need to really get the sales, and evergreen funnels allow new students to discover you and enter your world consistently. So this is where your email marketing becomes incredibly powerful. Your lead generation, it brings people into your ecosystem, and then your emails, they nurture, they build trust, they deepen that relationship, and they guide people through your offers over time. So instead of constantly trying to convince people to buy through Instagram, you are creating a journey where they naturally move through your sales funnel and your ecosystem because it makes sense for them. When your messaging is clear, your funnels are aligned, and your launches and your evergreen pathways support each other, your marketing stops feeling random and it actually starts feeling like it's intentional. And then we reach the third piece, which often creates the biggest internal shift. You can have a strong product suite, you can have funnels and marketing in place, yet many online yoga business owners still feel like they're spinning their wheels. And often it's not because they're doing something wrong, it's because of how they're constantly showing up inside their business. You might recognize yourself as curious and committed, and you're always searching, like you're growth minded, you're investing in learning, you're not afraid to try new approaches, you're creating content, you're building offers, you're putting yourself out there, and you believe that more action will eventually lead to more growth. And that drive is powerful. It's what gets most yoga teachers started in the online space in the first place. But over time, that same energy can start to feel heavy. You might notice yourself jumping between strategies before you've had time to really allow them to compound, and creating more and more content, but feeling unsure what's truly moving the needle. Building new offers before the last one has fully matured, or working harder and feeling like, your revenue just isn't reflecting the level of effort that you're putting in. This is where the identity shift begins. Moving into a CEO identity is not about doing more. It's about doing with intention. So instead of constantly searching for the next strategy, you begin to build systems in your business that compound. And instead of creating endlessly, you refine what already works. And instead of operating from a more and more mindset, you step into clarity around what your business truly needs to grow. So the CEO identity is grounded. It sees the product suite as the ecosystem. It understands that messaging guides the right students into the right offers, and it builds structure so that growth feels supported rather than chaotic. And this shift changes everything, because when your identity evolves, your decisions change, your visibility changes, your offers become more focused, your marketing becomes clearer, and your income starts to reflect the leadership that you're stepping into. Now, most yoga teachers don't need to become someone completely different. They simply need to move from that curious experimentation into embodied leadership. And this is the real identity shift behind consistent income months. So when we look at the truth behind 10K months, it comes back to three things working together. A product suite where your offers stack together and guide your students through a journey. A predictable marketing system built on clear messaging, live launching, and evergreen funnels and email nurture. And an identity shift that allows you to lead your business as a CEO, not just a teacher. When these three pieces align, income stops feeling random and starts feeling very intentional. So now you know the truth about whether online yoga businesses can really make 10K months. You need the right offer, a predictable marketing system, and the CEO identity to support it. Next, let's drill down into how successful online yoga business owners price their online courses. I just recorded a training that breaks down the one thing that you should never do when pricing your online course. And it's probably not what you think. So head to that next, and I'll see you there.